Oh, people, welcome to another one of these goddamn streams. Today, we are going to do the Tale of the Apex Changui.
Indeed.
Come on, 2 more tales and we're done, right?
Right? Is that humor or Changi? After the Apex Changui appeared, Beombawi Valley has become the Valley of Death.
Valley of Death.
The only way to end these tiger attacks is to steer the human heart that the Apex Changui still possesses and save his soul.
I really think you can just kill it with hatred, but okay. And I guess you can start at the...
Yep, Dolce.
Those. Okay.
I'm on Dolce.
I don't see those.
Okay, very nice. Do you see Dolce now? Did you by any chance already get the quest?
You can forfeit it.
Yes, please.
Oh, now I see those. Okay.
Traveler, you're here. With all the people swarming around that notice, I can't read a thing. Oh, isn't that... That's Dokchun, isn't it? Hey, Dokchun, over here!
Dosa, what do we do? The Byoke scholar, he really ended up...
Huh? What, was he dragged away by the government or something?
He was. Apparently, he's been given a serious punishment for not abiding by the curfew.
Oh no.
No. We can't just sit around and do nothing. I'll go run ahead and get whatever information I can out of the constables.
They're preparing to send him off to the Donghae office. Oh, I pray his lordship shows some mercy on him.
Because as we know, all scholars, for as much as they study, they're quite stupid.
Because being knowledgeable and being smart are two very different things.
Yeah.
Or cunning, as one might say. Which is like life knowledgeable.
Don't was locked up in the prison. Come on, bro. You didn't break curfew to end up in here.
I told you I didn't. This is unjust. I may have said I wouldn't give up, but I never said I'd break curfew.
Oh
never set foot
no,
anywhere near the
corruption
gates of
doing
Unquelled or
corrupting
Beombawi.
things. Who could have guessed?
No. Then why are you imprisoned here?
I have no idea myself. This is absurd, and yet I couldn't be happier.
You couldn't be happier. Is this like a fetish?
I guess so.
Framed and put behind bars. It seems like the heavens are really on our side, Dulce.
What are you talking about? Stop beating around the bush and tell us.
I overheard some of the constables talking earlier. That the voice of Byoke, true to our philosophy, we have gotten through to the capital.
Are you serious?
Yes, it finally worked. Can you imagine how overjoyed I was?
Look how overjoyed.
Yes, can you see the happiness in this man's eyes?
I don't know who did it, but our petition was delivered. And that's why I'm sitting here under false accusation. They're sending the striped folk tiger slayers to Beombawi Valley. What are you doing standing around? You must go and welcome them.
I don't feel right leaving you here.
Dulce like I can fix him.
Yeah.
Go on. They'll have arrived in Dalbol by now.
Right, so remember, as usually as a lord and whatnot, you definitely don't want like things that take away from your influence, because it means that everything has to be happy, happy, happy.
Look! It's the strike folk! Shh! Be quiet, son.
A troop of tigers that hunt their own kind? We, the Tebek troops, will recapture the base of Beombawi and punish the brutal tiger they call Sangun.
General, Sangun is the guardian of these lands. Old man Monsu. How could the so-called guardian of these lands harm its people?
Maybe try
We
to
have
find
pledged
out.
to remove him from his position.
No, let's remove him. Great solution. 10 out of 10 experience. Would remove it again.
I mean, he busted the wrong balls. What can I say?
Yeah, but no one wondered like, that's really weird what happened.
Let's see.
He was right. The Stripefolk Tiger Slayers really came down from the capital. Maybe the heavens truly are on our side today. That old man and the Tiger Slayers captain. The way they were staring each other down was something else.
Yeah, straight out of a Korean drama. Just some random character spawning in to just stare down at the tiger.
Like high stand-up style.
Yeah.
What could have happened between them? Let's go find out. The jade orb that Lady Yonhua gave us. It should have accumulated enough resentment by now. Do you think we'll be able to get the artifact from the Tiger Palace then? To do that, we should figure out who that old man is first. Of course, I, Dosa, knew this would happen, so I've already gone and found out what the Dalbo villagers would want as gifts.
What? What?
Okay, if you already have them. Okay, the MP we don't have them, so we have to go and buy them. Okay, 3 basically.
Oh dear, that's not how you eat. Oh dear, that's not. I know Maksun's cookbop is our main selling point. But my
Okay,
God,
and
you
then
must
we
have
have
been hungry.
to go.
Would you like some kimchi to take home?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The KB potion to clear your mind?
Just between you and me, I can't stand the sight of that old man. Why do you think those Changui came to this village in the first place? If he had helped us, we would have beaten the broth out of him in no time. He knows these mountains better than anyone else. Yet he despises those who took up arms in the mountains. I mean, he has no family to protect, so why would he want to help us?
Oof.
Oh dear, that's not how you eat.
Okay, so
Okay, and then we have to go at the Hodol.
If you don't want to bring ruin upon your household, never, ever let a tiger into your home. It's bad luck.
yeah, it's because I totally have a choice when the tiger looks at me and tells me, oink. The KB potion to clear your mind?
One should never... The old man from earlier? That man never comes down from the mountain. But I figured he wouldn't miss this chance to see his son, but he didn't even say a word to him. Ugh. What do you mean, which mountain? Mount Tebek,
Of course.
that's which.
Yeah, of course, bro. Mount Tebek, yeah.
One should never use the...
Yeah, fuck you and your nonsense. Okay, so
And now Yongchi. Technically the lady is supposed to be last, but whatever.
Excuse me? My friends call me No Chill. Oh, you mean that man with the bellowing voice? He's a kind man. And it pains me to see how much he's been through. His respect for Sangun surpasses the heavens. But from what I heard, he lost his wife to Sangun. And his son left to join the Tiger Slayers to take revenge.
Excuse me?
okay. So we know that the old man lives in Mount Tebek next to Sangun. Like Sangun, lost his wife.
Very much.
Okay. And then his son was became a tiger hunter to take revenge on Sangun.
I found some information too. Apparently he's one hell of a stubborn old man. And I heard he's close with a Bidegongdok couple. Also, this is a secret, but they say he
Oh,
had a
gossip.
thing for the old lady back in the day.
Oh.
Oh,
So let's bring old lady Bidegongdok when we
spill the
visit.
tea,
I'm
Dulce.
sure she'll be willing, since we helped send off the Mudong Wraith and Songakshi. From what I hear, this man knows more about Sangun than anyone in this country. How great would it be to prevent any more deaths and save Sangun as well? His reign as guardian may have been brief, but I'm sure everyone knows who he was. They've merely forgotten his good deeds. If we bring the old lady with us, I'm sure he'll help us out. Traveler, make sure to bring her. I'll head over first and let the old man know.
Oh, okay.
My horsey. Whatever, man.
Okay.
What brings you all the way here? Are you hungry? Should I cook up a meal for you?
No, God, please no. Where did your old lady go?
Oh, right. right. She performed some kind of ritual in the morning. Then she left, saying that she had to meet you at the hunter's house. Careful while you're running. Don't hurt yourself, and come visit again soon. Let's go fishing at the Blessed Waterfall at Tebek.
Which is a reference to what happened in the story of the Mudang Wraith. Let's walk.
Yep. Running is healthy for you guys, so don't worry about it.
Healthy for your stamina.
Ay, 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 ay. Very, very weird.
I love when they teleport me without warning, so I have to go on foot and not on me horsey.
Yeah, I love when I get stuck in wood and I have to jump.
You appeared in the old lady's dreams to have her come look for me all the way out here with the
Yep.
help of the Stripe Folk generals. You reclaimed the base in just a day. All there's left for you to do is fight by their side, no? So why are you here looking for me?
I don't know
heard that
either.
You've served Sangun your entire life. Why are you so indifferent to this situation? They could have infiltrated the Tiger Palace within a day.
You're here to mock me. Just go on your way. Do young folk like you have nothing better to do?
No, that's not what I was getting at. I was thinking that maybe we could soothe Sangun's anger and live together in harmony? I heard that the human captain of the Tebek troops is your son. Without knowledge of these mountains, they're at the mercy of tiger attacks.
The generals are here, so what do you have to worry about? Come on, let's get going.
Oh boy, this won't do. Here, take it. It's a green plum. They'll kick you out if you crawl into the base without any proof of what you're capable of. This plum. Its allure and aroma will lure out the Changi. Surely taking some down will get you in to see the captain. Meanwhile, I'll try to persuade the old man.
Look, old lady. Your husband is going to rock the legs off his chair waiting for you.
No.
I'll take you back.
What the fuck is this? Oh, me horse is back. I'm so happy.
Okay, so we got a chunkies to deal with now. Very nice of Dosa to just basically fuck off and tell us to take the chunkies by ourselves. It's like, oh, here you go then. You just kill these mythical creatures that makes us shit our bed at night.
Because we're special.
Yeah, we also put green plum. Why? Because Changi likes sour things.
Indeed.
Hey, this one's Calion, that's a Yukon.
Because
Yukon is nuts. Hey, got him.
because let's remember that there are several types of Changi. The big one is the one licking the pots.
Yeah. Okay. We killed them so hard they even outside the one spawned in our world for a second.
Let's go to lure more Changi in the second spot.
Yeah, I need to...
Because here in theory we are in the territory of the Changi and specifically of the Apex Changui. This is where you fight the boss in the shrine, if I remember correctly.
I don't know. It's been a while since I did it. Did they all spawn yet?
No, they are spawning now. You have to give them some time. Because they spawn in several waves.
Let's see. Well, in there, bitch. The worst part about being so in Land of the Morning Light that when you want to invest energy in your things, you have to like scroll so much.
What are you investing in nodes?
They may give you drop rate.
But you don't grind.
Speak for yourself.
Like, how can you grind here?
But I'm not investing in here. I'm investing in the Gifhun Raja temple.
Ah!
Hey, time to defeat the enemies again. One, hua, here, huh.
Usually it's a couple of waves. Okay, now we completed all the spots. And in fact, we can see the tiger layers already.
Hey, how did a mere civilian like you make it here alone? You're quite adept at dodging and weaving around, huh?
There's no time for the tail of it. Let's head back to the base. The scum are starting to gather again.
Look, once we make it back to the base, you better beg Captain Tesso's forgiveness for trespassing.
Beg my ass, bro.
Yeah. Haha. Why didn't we do pretty well? And Tesso? That must be the Tiger Cell human captain's name. Oh, so
I
many
guess.
gifts. And let's go. We're in Beombawi Valley.
Tiger Slayer's base.
So it's you, the one with the guts
Always.
to rampage
Yeah.
through the Valley of Death.
Rampaging, whatever.
That's me. I want to join the Tebek troops.
Killing a few Changui won't earn you a spot in the Tebek troops. This isn't just some hunting party that anybody can join.
No shit, there's so
Leave
many tigers
Mount
then.
Bro, I
Tebek this
cleaned your whole
instant.
fucking island, basically.
Then perhaps I'll refrain from holding you accountable for jeopardizing our mission. What are you doing? Send this interloper back to Dalbo.
I possess the key to the Tiger Palace relic.
What's that got to do with me? I'm not interested in any artifacts. All I care about is toppling Sangun off his throne. And it seems you have some kind of ties to that old man. Yes, the man who lives in that shack near the Beombawi entrance. The one with the audacity to stand in the way of our troops. Tell that man that even if it leads to my death,
Do I look like a pigeon, sir?
Yeah.
I'll have Sangun's blood poured into his skull and presented to the royal court before I depart from this world.
Alright. Haha. When he sees us visiting that hunter's house, I was the ones who act like they don't care who cared the most, isn't it? You know what they say? When the going gets tough, the tough get going. We can't give up now when the Tiger Palace is right in front of us. Haha. Go do something, anything. Haha. This place is filled with people who can rest easy if you help them out. Ah, we're playing Minecraft again.
Before the first thing first, we have to get the deer meat.
Coming in. Okay, just fuck. Okay. So you want deer meat and then maple sap and
Yeah.
then inspect after completing. I'm sorry, Bambi.
I am.
Okay, let's suck the tree dry.
This one in particular.
Yeah. My god, you're fucking hot. And now we can use this beautiful thing after playing 1 hour of Minecraft to get back to the base and fix it for them. I can fix it. Been promoted to wood cutter. Put down the meat and herbs. The storage looks more abundant than ever. Wow.
Yay.
That's it, brother. 3 deer,
Oh,
then
there is a cabbage chest, by the way.
cabbage chest to say. I shall go take the cabbage chest. What is the goddamn cabbage chest?
Where I am.
Yeah.
And the blue comes from.
This cabbage chest is the most stupid thing they've ever done in their life.
Since they added the blue thing is not even that bad, to be honest.
Yeah, before the blue thing is though.
You there. Captain Ahong is looking for you. You really got through to him.
What did I say? It seems that striped folk are ranked higher than humans here, don't you think? Finally, it's about time we head to the Tiger Palace. Let's go.
Fucking finally. We were in sync.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's like, I mean, I like the idea of having do the treasure hunt, but you don't get anything. They don't open. It's just to get knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Not even that much, because like each one of them says a chest hidden by the Kebi. They say nobody has succeeded in forcing it open.
right.
And all of them say that.
Stubbornness is a disease that cannot be cured, and such is the case for Captain Tessu. Please leave. You won't find what you want here.
The children recaptured the base in just a day.
Are you asking why we are not making any more progress? The mountain is stained with Songun's resentment, so we can no longer read its terrain. This mountain, in our eyes, is the dark, gaping mouth of a demon.
We need to aid the old man, Wansu.
Yes, we need the help of that man, especially as his fate seems to be intertwined with that of Sangun. If only we could have him meet with Sangun. But overcoming Captain Tessu's stubbornness is no easy task.
The drums, let's go.
That's the chaser's signal.
Let's go.
Captain Tessu has succeeded. Let us go. Prove to him your
Yay,
prowess.
I guess.
Oh yeah, so here you don't really have to go forward that much like I did. You just have to wait for them to spawn and then you kill all of them.
Captain!
The pipe. After it gets stunned and you get the pipe, you hit the pipe is the funniest. Yeah. Like, oh, I'm stunned.
You know it.
Captain Tessu is in critical condition. I've never seen a wound like this.
Captain Ahong! Was that really a Changui? It didn't look like a ghost. Or a human. It's only ever shown glimpses of itself to startle us, but it's never actually attacked us like this before.
I'm not sure what it's thinking myself. But there's one thing for certain. From now on, we'll have to face off against enemies we've never seen before.
Oh no.
Captain Ahong, Old Lady Birigongdok has brought Old Man Mansu to the base.
Old Man Mansu? Why?
Old Lady Birigongdok. She must have sensed something was urgent.
Take the corpses of our soldiers and prepare the tiger victims' funeral rites. Captain Tesu's life is in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, because let's remember that if you die after a tiger attack, you need a special funeral rite?
Yeah.
You can call it like this. Otherwise, you risk to become a Changi yourself. And that's not where I had to go.
Yeah, it's okay. Happens. Yeah, I didn't expect it, but in Korea there's a lot of tigers, so makes sense that they would poop their pants if they saw one in the road and they have to make mitts around it. Oh, hello, old lady.
The charm's power.
What's going on?
The Dangsang god has shown me a vision.
The tree, by the way.
Dark energy seeping over from Mount Tebek into Body Forest.
Yes.
Granny, take a deep breath first and tell us slowly. Did you foresee the birth of a new Changi?
Yes, that's what I saw. A Changi that no longer serves the tiger. And the Changi you saw back in the cave, his name is Deho.
Changi have names now? Wait, hold on. Deho. Huh? I think I've heard that name before.
It's not that they have names now. Like, they are born from people dead.
It seems that he failed to withstand the energy of the Changi and was swallowed whole.
Just so you know, Mr. Park is the equivalent of being called Smith in Korean. Deo left a rather strange wood upon Teso.
A Changi is the pure soul of a person transformed into an evil spirit within the belly of a tiger. But sometimes, if the tiger fails to swallow the soul entirely, the soul departs this world, leaving only the flesh behind. I've only read about it in books. Never in my life have I seen it for myself. I couldn't imagine how frightening it would be.
Then, whatever must we do?
All evil spirits will unleash their resentment upon the living world. Here, this is where the soul rests. The wound that Changi Deho left on Tesu is piercing through it. If the place where the soul rests becomes infected, Tesu will wake as a walking corpse. Just like Deho, he will unleash his wrath upon the people.
Please, tell us if there's anything we can do.
Yes, there is. However, there is something you must know first. Old Man Mansu, is this not your son? Like I said before, there is no soul in Tesu's body. This child's soul must be wandering the roads to the netherworld. There's a chance that we can rein his soul back in.
Damn.
If we fail, he
But
will
just go
return
one
as
shot.
a walking corpse.
Straight to the Shadow
No
Realm.
form of spirit arts can stop a walking corpse without a soul. If that were to happen, could you kill your son with your own hands?
Good question.
Stay by his side, so that he can find his way back up that netherworld path. And if Tesu wakes up, tell him. You must tell him the truth about that day. You cannot put this off any longer. Captain Ahong, come with me to carry out the tiger victim funeral rite. I must hear more about the Changi Deho as we do so. As for you, head down this path to the mountainside tavern. Tell the auntie there that you found Deho.
Fake.
Can you... Okay.
Yeah, I was stuck before. Come on.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to ask if I had to move so you could come up.
Okay, so what we know is that something happened a while ago. Like, I guess when the guy lost his wife. The old man lost his wife. That he didn't tell his son yet, so his son hates the tigers with a living passion. And that we need to be careful here how we handle this, because technically the mountain's protector should be Sangun, but it's not really Sangun.
It's not very protecting.
Tiger slayers? No? What are you doing here amidst all this chaos?
Old Lady Beombawi sent me. We found Deho.
I'd love to make you a hot bowl of gookbop, but these tiger attacks are thinning the customers and my pockets. I don't even have the ingredients for soup. To be honest, when the tigers began to act up, I figured my life was near its end. Since I couldn't leave this place, I resigned myself to that fate.
Okay.
But I guess I didn't look like I'd make a tasty meal. So I'm still here, just quietly living on.
So how did you end up here?
On our wedding night, my husband suddenly collapsed and died, just like that. The townsfolk hurled insults at me, calling me a parasite on his soul. I had
Damn.
no choice but to run away. It's been 15 years already. It's quiet here, with nobody to talk behind your back.
Actually, they
All
do,
the
but you don't
guests who
see
come
them.
here are in need of my help.
No,
So
meaning that
I really
she's
like this
in
little
buttfuck
tavern.
nowhere.
I'll hold on to this house until my death.
And by the way, sadly, it was something that happened. If in many culture, if the husband was to die like randomly right after the wedding, many villages, cities, and whatnot would blame the spouse because, oh my God, it's impossible. He died of a stroke so young. Like, spoiler. Nowadays we know it is possible. So, oh my God, she's a witch. She curses people. She brings bad luck, and so on and so on. So
Yeah.
it was very problematic.
People come and go, then come and go again. Isn't that what a tavern is? And in the midst of all these passing faces, I met them.
How Auntie and Deho's family met.
Some time ago, there was a father and two sons who visited rather frequently. The boys lost their mother early and grew up under their father's care. The elder son's name was Deho, meaning big tiger. Their
Damn.
father named him so, hoping he would live with the vigor of a tiger.
I mean, he does.
This family used to come here to gather wild
Went
herbs
too
in the
literal.
spring. And they came to catch
Damn.
fish in the stream during the summer. In the fall, they lent a hand helping out at the tavern. And in the wintertime, they brought cute little bamboo sprouts as
Oh,
gifts.
the bumblings.
Before I knew it, Deho was all grown up and brought home a young lady saying he wanted to marry her.
Did you recognize the
Ah.
lady?
Then that I realized that to him, I had become something like a mother. And that was how we became family. And we thought we would live out the rest of our days as happy as we were. But on the day the first tiger attack happened, old Lady Birigongdok showed up to our house out of nowhere. She said that the name Deho was too strong and would bring bad luck, and that we must change it or something terrible would happen. I thought it was ridiculous at first, so I rebuked her words as nonsense in front of the children. The first one to be eaten by the tiger was Deho's younger brother, who in turn became a Changi that lured his father to the tigers. That's why no one associates with victims of tiger attacks. Those who become Changi sacrifice everyone they knew to spare their own lives. Deho was devastated. His wedding was cancelled and everything fell apart. In the end, Deho left to seek revenge. He said he'd tear out Sangun's heart, claiming it would make all the Changi disappear, once and for all. I haven't heard back from him since. But you said you found Deho? If so, then something must have gone terribly wrong. This is all my fault. I couldn't bear to lose Deho.
What do you mean?
The day Deho left, I went to old Lady Birigongdok. I fell to my knees and begged her for a charm that would ensure Deho's safe return home. The old lady told me that she would, but that it could lead to serious consequences. That if Deho's soul can't reach the netherworld safely, then there is no way to foretell what his body left in this world would become. So, if that kind child has turned into something horrible, it would be because I insisted on something I should have never...
Don't blame yourself, dearie. I didn't have enough experience with that charm to bring out its full power.
Old lady, What must I do now? All I wish is for him to rest his eyes in peace.
Okay, you have to speak to Lady Brigandok.
Deho's soul still lingers in this world, though only by a thin string. We have little time, I fear, as it is gradually growing more vicious.
This was the first time he attacked us Tiger Slayers. Before, he'd always appeared only briefly from a distance, then disappeared.
You're still with us, because Deho was protecting his dear mother. That boy has been keeping other Changui at bay. So let's help him pass on as the Deho we know, before he loses himself and turns into a monster.
And here we have the choice. Choice is back again.
First one, extinguish the Apex Changui, whose human soul is beginning to scatter. There is no better trap for the Apex Changui than his to this mountainside tavern, where his precious memories are laid to rest. Ahong, the Tiger Slayer's tribe for captain. Or curse the Apex Changui, whose human soul still lingers, to pass on to the next life on his own. Doesn't his soul still linger? Well then, he'll pass on his own as soon as we'll quell his bitterness.
Too long didn't read. Shift delete him or helping to pass on.
I'm going to shift delete him.
Yay!
Yes, this place.
Ask her to lure Deho here.
The child's grave.
You must steel your resolve. We must send his spirit off in peace. If we leave Deho to become a monster, his spirit will scatter across the mountains and disappear.
I understand. I know of a wish that Deho held close to his heart. There was a liquor that his father, who'd raised him his entire life, had always wanted to try.
See the name of the liquor?
Wild Truffle 100. It's a liquor made with mushrooms that don't grow in this land. But it's very expensive and can be bought only once a week from foreign ships from across the sea.
Oh, that's great. A task perfect for our traveler. Who knows? The trader might be someone you know.
Dangun, prepare the tavern and set the tables as you used to for Deho and his father.
Once you find the liquor, come to our base. We will lure him here with the scent of the liquor.
I'm reminded of the bottle of liquor Deho's father bought for them to share together. What a pity he didn't get to enjoy that drink with his son before sending him off to become somebody else's son.
I wonder what Dosa has been doing this whole time. Berate Dosa about his disappearance, what the fuck?
It's been so long, I almost forgot your faces. No terrible occurrences, I hope?
Berate him about where in the world he's been.
Huh? You thought I used Old Man Monsu as an excuse to go kill time at the marketplace? Come on, of course not. How could I leave you in the middle of everything? I'm not the type to neglect my duties to laze about. There was no way to get through to Old Man Monsu, so I tracked the snake catchers I mentioned before.
What did you find out?
Well, those snake catchers didn't head to the forest, as you'd expect. Instead, they went seaward. Think they know Patrigo? They were foreigners with bright blue eyes around the ships, and I thought they could be buying bootleg snakes for cheap. I did my best to gather evidence. They caught me red-handed, so I hightailed it out of there. Well, that Wild Truffle 100 that the Ani mentioned, that was one of the items they were trading. Fate is definitely in our favor. No, this is destiny. Now you don't have to wander aimlessly anymore. Don't need to thank me.
Patrigo. Funny, get to meet my father out here. Fun fact, this is one of the pier that is currently used by captains across Black Desert when they're hunting at the alligators. Because the saltwater alligators are pieces of poo-poo and they want to basically they destroy your ship and you run out of supplies, and instead of sailing all the way to Aquila, you can just sail to meters. I swear to God, getting on top of this boat is the most complex thing I've done in my entire life.
Pretty much, yeah.
My, who's this? Seeing you in the land of the morning light is quite a treat. To have swum through such cold waters to reach my boat, you must be in desperate need of my assistance, yes? Wild Truffle 100. That's right, I have a bottle in stock. But what to do? I'm having some troubles of my own. Rarely do I have a chance to meet Shakatu in private, and I've already promised him a sip of this liquor. But of course, I can't just send you off after having our fates once again intertwined in these lands. Ah, that's right. Miss Myo of Biot County wrote a book called Mongmen Shimsa. Could you get a copy for me? It's a book on principles that good leaders must possess. Shakatu is sure to prefer that book over a bottle of booze.
Okay. So now we need to get out. Pop in and go to Miss Myo. Miss Myo wrote a book which is very good, and apparently Shakatu who likes that book will definitely like that book more than alcohol, apparently. Oh, there's someone training their horses here. What a psychopath.
Hello.
Oh, apologies. What else should I say? I mean, it's a beautiful place, don't get me wrong. It's just, you know, weird.
Unusual. Mayhaps.
It's a unicorn in there as well. Training 4 horses at the same time as a uni.
Yeah, the mythical unicorn.
Damn. Oh my heck.
Because it's the water one.
Ah. And they were basically...
Yeah, because the normal one is white and golden. It is white with the tail and the mane golden.
Hello, Miss
The
Mio.
mythical is the water one.
Wild Trouble 100, Momin Shimso, Chungi Leader, Lear, Tavern, yup. Calm down. I understood every flopping thing. If I can be of any help in stopping these tiger attacks, there's nothing I won't hopping do. You said that it was Patrigia who's hoppity hoping for this book? I'm taking a liking to him, yup.
Oh, what is just taken by a mermaid?
However,
Unless we're gonna have a bunny class
give it to you
again.
now, Milp. Not because I don't want to, but because there are some things I still want to know about, Milp. The 6 articles for alleviating famine, Milp. It's all about how to prepare for disaster. Hoppin' essential things like storing grain daily, Milp. I want to know if the local officials are following these procedures, Milp. But, see, I'm in exile. Can't hop too far. But we have Goyoung. She's the storage keeper here in Nopse, well within Darbo officials' jurisdiction. Can you check if her storage is bountiful enough to counter a famine?
Now we need to go talk with the storage keeper of Nopse so I can tell Miss Mio if officials are following the book that Patricia wants, because the book that Patricia wants is explaining how to prepare for a disaster and to keep your stocks for an apocalypse or just a natural disaster.
Patricia
Apparently,
became a survivalist. No, Shakaru.
yeah. And now I have to
How about becoming...
food storage. God, just talk with the guy. Look around the storage. It's a bit empty for a food storage. It's close to empty. The storage is completely empty. On several stacks of carrot sticks.
It is going to be a very hard winter this year again.
Actually, yes, because there was a survival game that was like all medieval time survival, and the moment winter arrived, like everyone would just die, and they were very confused.
Just
they
like
had to
in-
dial down the difficulty because it was like, well, Guriel, I guess.
Just like don't starve together.
Well within valuable officials'
The storage is completely empty.
What? The storage is flopping empty?
No, it's fucking empty.
How incompetent are our officials? Or no. Koyoung's notorious for her appetite. Perhaps she nibbled it all away. Milp. Anyway, here, take it. I hoppity hope a foreigner could read my handwriting. If it helps to end these tiger attacks, I can gladly hand this over, Milp.
I mean, I think I will help ending the tiger attack. I don't know.
And also, you said it was Patrigio who wanted this book?
Damn.
Will you ask him to visit this humble abode sometime?
Okay, Patricio, damn, don't make a new class. Just say no. Imagine bunny girl class. It's actually between Miss Mio and Patricio having the...
Like, congratulations, Corsair. You have a sister. You mean another maiden? No.
Kinda. I mean, it's kind of an animal. Just mixing and matching at this point, you know. Mermaid? More like... bunny maid. Close enough, right? I'm actually surprised there's not a bunny girl class yet, like a cat girl class yet.
But because, like, technically we don't have the race in Black Desert Online.
Of course we don't.
Black Desert Online wasn't supposed to be fan service and things like these with the cat boys and the cat girl like Final Fantasy.
Hey, I'll let you know that the fact that there's like a cat girl and cat boy, it's fundamental to the plot. You don't understand that those years has saved life.
We have the humans in Black Desert Online, but they are more demi than humans, so we wouldn't have the classic cat boy, cat girl. It would be more
of course, we weren't supposed to have Shais either, but here we are. Like, come on. Alright, Patricio. Change Mongimisio for Wild Truffle Hunt.
This is the book. The handwriting reflects the dignity of the writer. But this content should be quite simple. Why is the writing so convoluted?
Oh, he noticed right away.
I have one more request. Was it Sangun? It's regarding one of his cubs.
What is he talking about?
According to our organization's honest and reliable information, this cub is currently being sold in the Dale black market. To some, the name Sangun may be merely another word for a beast, but in fact, it has immeasurable worth. So I looked into bringing the cub with me to raise alongside Tuvala, and I found myself in a bidding war with Shaka 2 himself.
As for selling Sangun's cub.
Are you interested too? I'm not too sure myself. It seems something went wrong, as communication with our supplier has been cut off. I asked Shakatu how much he'd take for the cub, and he asked why I was trying to put a price on his possessions.
Okay.
How ridiculous I was to think he would concede. The prospect of attaining the cub was so enticing that I got carried away.
Okay, so now we know that Patricia tried to get the cub
of Sangun.
But he didn't, and we're not sure where the cub is. We just know it's in the black market of Dale.
Great, you brought the liquor. We've also finished preparing for the ambush. Based on the terrain, the only place Deho could have run off to is beyond the rocky cliffs, behind the mountainside tavern. Old man Monsu, now it's your turn. This is your last chance to make peace with your son.
I finished my preparations. I've made it so that butterflies gather on the tiger flowers that bloom along the path that Deho frequented.
Sprinkle the liquor in the places Old Man Monsu instructs, and return to the tavern. All right then. Let the hunt for the Changui leader begin.
But here's the one keeping the Changi away. Whatever, man. I guess they forgot this little detail.
But because the next step is to kill Sangun right now. And if Sangun dies, all the guys go with him.
My god. Pour liquor. Pour liquor on your mama. Pour liquor on your dada. What, you never put liquor on...
People? No, not really.
Yeah, it's not that good, you know. Pour some of that truffle 100, baby. Imagine getting one of the most expensive alcohols in the entire world just to put them in... put them on the thingies where the tigers died.
You do what you gotta do, what can I say?
Yeah. Like, imagine killing the plants with the alcohol, because you know, alcohol usually is not great.
It's magical.
It's just a very expensive alcohol, there's nothing magical about it. It's made with truffles, I guess. Which one's like, I think it's no longer... They said that the mushrooms don't grow in this continent, but actually it's no longer true because they modified it with the fact that they added the caves to find truffle mushrooms there.
They didn't know where to grow them.
Yeah, that's the funny bit is that this part of the quest now is no longer true because
no,
of
it can make sense because maybe thanks to our black spirit we are the only one knowing where the farm are.
No, because the caves were discovered. So like, whatever.
You got the most out of all of us. Thank you. All right, everybody, listen. I've mixed the ashes of Granny Death's charm into this liquor. Just a whiff of it, and Deho will lose all of his strength.
The only way out is beyond that rocky cliff. So prepare yourselves accordingly as you lie in ambush.
But old lady, you think we'll succeed? I heard that Changui can smell human flesh from kilometers away. Despite his past here, there's no way he wouldn't realize this is a trap. Wouldn't whatever humanity's left in him be afraid of approaching his death?
They already went away.
Oh man, how the heck did I end up in this situation?
I don't know, those. You always keep getting in these situations.
Let's remember the ghost marriage.
Deho? Is that you, son?
The design of the Apex Changui is quite cool though.
Yeah.
Clearly a striker in Awakening, but still cool.
Take it down!
Take it down, boys.
You with the pipe is very funny.
You underestimate my power? You think walking upright makes me human?
No, don't grab him like that.
I am the wraith that haunts this mountain. I'll devour your soul!
Meanwhile, we're like. Hello, sir. Oh no, he disappeared. Oh no, he's immune to my attacks. What do I do? Stupid goddamn 10 years before the battle starts. I wonder if he'll have faces. This boss has faces.
It used to, but I guess they simplified it.
Technically, if this was Calamity 3, I would have insta died there. I don't like spirits, man. No, I need to talk to Dosa. Oh, there's a tiger mask here. Nice knowledge. Right.
What the heck was that? How could he be so fast? Something feels strange. Like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Maybe it's just a feeling.
We can also see the mountains. The veil of darkness has been lifted. However, it's a bit too early to let our guard down. The mountains are reacting to his death. The blood from the dead tiger slayers may lure the Changui. So the corpses must be taken care of right away, and we must return to base.
I'll help take care of them, but...
Granny Death, please, let our Deho receive the judgment of the King of the Netherworld. Please, let him be reborn. He doesn't need to remember me, but please let him return this time as my real son.
That's not how it works if you're reborn, but okay.
Old lady, how are you sure that Deho was going to return to the tavern even after he became aware of everything?
What father would ever want to leave this world before their child?
Ah, it's a song.
You, my child, have done no wrong. It's me who let you down. Nonsense, father. Don't speak that way. Let me pour you a drink. These wishes we had left unfulfilled have at long last now come to pass. In our next lives, again be father to this unworthy son.
I won't give anything like potion to you.
You've taken down the Changui that was Deho. Looks like we've won this battle. We must repay our debt of gratitude.
Tesu, are you okay? Is there still any lingering energy from the Changui?
Feeling better than ever. We can head out to the Tiger Palace this instant.
No, Tesu. We can't do that yet. Not until you fulfill your filial duty.
What the heck are you talking about?
You have to do your filial duty.
You mean my father?
How do you think he managed to survive? It's all thanks to your old man who pulled through with the ritual despite his age. So stubborn. But the apple
No,
doesn't fall
don't.
far
It's
from the tree, it seems.
Sangundis.
I asked your father to come meet.
Oh, really?
It's written.
Okay, first of all, it wasn't written when I talked with the guys. Okay, it didn't tell me anything. Anyway, go be right back and...
Peace.
All right.
We back.
Just poof and poof. And there we go.
Okay. As we noticed, Tsitsi chose the first option, shift deleting the poor Deho from existence. I will try to do something a little bit different, which is coerce the Apex Changui, Deho, whose human soul still lingers, to pass on to the next life on his own. Doesn't its soul still linger? Well then, he'll pass on his own as soon as we quell his bitterness, Dosa.
Will he give in so easily? Is it even possible? It is possible indeed. Deho still has a bit of his soul left in him. And from what you've said, Dulce, Deho must come to the Tiger Mask ritual on his own 2 feet.
I too had a sibling I had to bid farewell to when I was young. It may not seem it, but brotherly love is as deep as the Dragon King's domain. Let's see here. They said the tiger attack started from the younger brother. So if we dig deeper into that, there must be something.
Dosa, Deho's younger brother, was found near the seaside of Body Forest.
You mean a tiger came all the way to the seaside? That's strange. Body Forest has a strong umbral energy, so tigers don't usually go there.
Yongung, can you gather Desok's belongings if he left any behind? Yes, I'll look inside the house, and you can look around the house. That immature child buried all his treasures underground, and I couldn't possibly.
I need to get some light. There's a junk laying in a hastily dug up hole. It seems to be what Desuk had hidden away. Examine the Jagu. It's what Desuk hid away is still in great shape. Hasn't he been keeping it safe? Mayhaps. Haha! Haha, partner, what in the world is this instrument? I mean, a drum, clearly. Do we hear it like this? Left, left, then right? Interesting. Let's hurry and bring it to old lady beating on dock.
Have you found them? Let's see what we have here. Don't these belong to the Pungmul troop? Quite ominous, I'd say. Yongung, can you explain? The Pungmul troop stayed for a bit in Byot County. He learned some things from them and got acquainted. The Pungmul troop are probably already somewhere else. He did mention a friend he made there. His name was Namsuk, I believe. He even got that puppy Mungdori from Namsuk. Namsuk is from Byot County, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find him.
No. I'm going to get my horsey first.
Yeah, don't get teleported again randomly.
No. Not going to happen. But at least I appreciate when they goddamn tell me that they want to teleport me.
Tiger attacks are on the
Yep.
rise. He even got that puppy Mung.
So, Deho had a friend. Which, oh my god, which, who lives...
Did you like almost die?
I don't know, I spawned from the ground, I guess. Who lives in Byot County.
Namsok, that poor child. Since the day a tiger killed Tesok, his friend.
He completely lost his mind. Kept blaming himself for his friend's death. Didn't eat for days. Worrying his father to pieces.
He didn't even show up to school. His favorite part of the day. Oh, his house? It's over there in that direction.
Traveler, just thinking about it gives me all kinds of concern. Changing his mind seems nearly impossible. You should head there first. I just thought of a great idea. I'll be back soon.
His father kept telling him it wasn't his fault, but he wouldn't listen nor speak. He refuses to explain why he thinks it's his fault.
No one's thinking this whole thing. It's kind of suspicious.
Of course not. Why would they ever think that it's suspicious?
I didn't convince him to run that errand with me. I don't want to answer questions about Daesuk.
Clear your throat.
Huh? It's Mondori! Mondori, oh how I've missed you!
Namsuk, I may not be smart, but I know for a fact that you aren't to blame for what happened. Adults are to blame for all the tragedies of this world. Please share your story. For Mongdori, no, for your friend Daesuk.
Actually, I hear my friend Daesuk's voice every night, and it drives me crazy. He says that it's too cold and painful.
Okay, so my bad. This is not Deho's friend, the big brother that became Apex Changui. Is the friend of the little brother of Deho, Daesuk. What was that about? An errand?
The Pungmul troop from Nampo asked us to run an errand for a large sum of money. It didn't seem too difficult. All they wanted us to do was carry a box to the seaside as they did their performance. But I was a coward.
Why did you run?
I didn't realize at first because the music was so loud. But from within the box, I could hear a beast. I was instantly terrified and couldn't move an inch. But curiosity got the best of me, and I peeked inside the box.
You peeked? What did you see?
It was a tiger cub. My mother passed away a long time ago, but she used to always say, having a tiger in the house will cause nothing but trouble. Her words came back to me and I ran away in panic, leaving my friend alone.
Namsuk, you poor child. I can't imagine all the emotional burden. With Daesuk being the victim of that mother tiger's rage. But why hide a tiger cub with the Pungmul troop when they had to travel all the way from Nampo to Butte County?
Because it's no ordinary tiger cub. They must have stolen little Sangoon.
Shock noises.
None at all. Impossible.
They did what? How could they do such a thing?
Era una considerato prima.
According to Captain Ahong, the traces of little Sangoon have long been gone from the Tiger Palace.
So now we know why Sangoon is so goddamn mad and like can't even blame him.
Looking back, I myself haven't felt the energy of little Sangoon ever since the tiger attacks first began.
What was the book in the Tiger Slayer's hand?
This is the log monitoring the Changui, Deho. There was one thing I found suspicious. He only appeared when the chasers were present. Now I understand why.
The sound of the chasers banging their kengwari must have reminded him of his younger brother. That is why we're to hold a tiger mask ritual to call forth the soul of Daesuk, Deho's younger brother. Heartbreaking though it may be, Daesuk must have been freed from his servitude to Sangoon since he sacrificed his...
Because let's remember that like every time you eat someone else as a Changui, you pass the soul of one of your beloved ones in exchange of your freedom. So basically the mother ate the child, Daesuk, and Daesuk ate the father.
Gotcha.
Daesuk's been long gone. Need we hold the ritual?
What we need is something that can speak to his soul. One that will awaken the remaining piece that is still Deho. The stories of Sangoon, who lost his cub, and the story of Deho, who lost his little brother, shall be interwoven. The ones who shall suffer and be punished are the ones who caused tragedy after tragedy.
If only they didn't exist. What the heck?
Yeah, what is this Sasuke level thingy?
Desok and little Sangoon could have become friends, like the warriors who stood before Sangoon at the Tiger Palace. I trust in the kind heart of Deho. Please go to Captain Ahong and make preparations for the ritual. And Namsuk, as an old lady, I need your help. Why don't we have some dried persimmon while we take a walk?
Dried persimmon? Of course!
And Namsuk.
Okay, I'm on my horsey. Let's go. Always have to check.
Yeah. Makes sense. I wouldn't want to be teleported away if I didn't have the celestial thingies.
He always appears in front of the chasers. So let's get changed into Pungmul troop uniforms. The ritual is about to begin. We'll wait until it reaches its peak. Old man Monsu, now it's your turn. This is your last chance to make
Also, like, we were actually present to one of the, like, to the presentation the Pogmol troop did back in the Duoxini. So basically, they were moving some little Sanguno during the Duoxini.
Okay.
That's my guess.
I am aware. I will protect the child. Let's take him to where the Tiger Mask ritual will take place.
The old lady will tell you where to find the right amount of wind and water after observing the energies of the sun.
Which are, of course, the three elements of the bosses of the Land of the Morning Light. In particular, Apex Changui should be sun, if I remember correctly.
He's weak to sun.
Yeah, he's weak to sun.
Please gather some materials required for the ritual while we change into the uniforms.
Yeah, I guess it's something like rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. Kinda, because like one is efficient and the others are useless.
Pine tree, yay.
The pine tree. Give her the sap.
Great, everything is ready now.
I forgot to say that, right?
Well done. That couldn't have been an easy decision to make. Deciding to risk it all to help him leave this world as human.
Appearances don't matter. It's the heart that...
Thank you for this consideration, Dulce.
Now, if Deho is on board with us, then he'll receive judgment in the Netherworld. Do you hear that? The sound of the Kengwari. It seems like Captain Ahong's Pungmul troop has succeeded in bringing Deho nearby. Please be patient until the ritual reaches its climax. Now then, the Tiger Mask ritual shall begin.
Underestimate my power? You think walking upright makes me human?
Was that a meme reference?
I think so. No. Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
I am the wraith that haunts this mountain.
What soul? I have none. Got sold already.
Yeah. Imagine saying this to Nova.
To everyone, actually.
You got this. Use your pipe. Come on.
What? The issue is that I can't see. It's too dark, I can see. With the fact that he teleports, I can't see where he goes. Now it's it's not night anymore. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, it is the drum. The weakest thing for a Changui, the bards. You know, this is if everyone just died there, I wouldn't be surprised.
Now, finally, it has begun.
Was it another meme?
Yes, I think so. My man was like, alright bro, let's go. We're walking now. We're best friends. I think
But because we have to lead him to the Nether world.
Yes.
I can feel some weight off my shoulders a little bit. I hope he's found peace in the netherworld.
However, it's a bit too early to let our guard down. The mountains are reacting to his death.
We gotta head back to the base, but...
Granny Death, please, let Ardejo receive the judgment of the King of the Netherworld. Please, let him be reborn. He doesn't need to remember me, but please let him return this time as my real son.
We gotta head back to the base, but...
Autumn leaves of Tebek call out, and we return its call with a roar. Dried persimmon on our lips, the taste like honey, it yet lingers on. Deho, my brother, set vengeance aside, and let your foolish heart forgive all instead. All your sorrows will leave them behind, and endlessly our friendship will grow.
Okay.
I guess it's hard to adapt to English Korean poetry.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because...
You've taken down the Changui that was Deho. Looks like we've won this battle. We must repay our debt of gratitude.
Tesu, are you okay? Is there still any lingering energy from the Changui?
Feeling better than ever. We can
By the way,
to
you see that when you're about to get the questers Sangun in parentheses, this is how you tell the quest apart. When something starts and something ends. And you can also hear the orb, the jade orb absorbing the energy.
The resentment.
Indeed. Okay, let me check. We have indeed the Apex Changui story finally completed. Because if you remember, I explained that the start of the Apex Changui story was actually the Changui story. And in fact, we didn't read anything after finishing the Changui story. And this is why. Chapter 1, Mountainside Tavern of Beombawi Valley. There once was a mountainside tavern in Beombawi Valley. Though the tavern was not as well known as those of other villages, it greatly aided those who traversed the rough terrains of the valley. Thanks to Auntie Hyangwon, even travelers short on money never worried about tiger attacks. Her warm hospitality ensured their safety. One day, a father and his 2 sons came to the mountainside tavern. After losing their mother, the father was left to raise these young boys on his own. The older son was Deho, and the younger was Desok. In the spring, the family gathered wild herbs to bring the auntie, and in the summer they came to catch fish by the stream. In the fall, they lent a hand helping out at the tavern, and in winter, they brought cute little bamboo sprouts as gift. I guess this is a reference to the symbols of the 4 seasons in Korean folklore, because I remember something about the bamboo representing winter. Anyway, time passed. The sons grew older, and Deho brought home with him a young lady. And in no time at all, the 2 grew closer and closer. They became family, and their days were filled with bliss. Actually, this was not like this in the quest line.
Yeah, it's like, oh, isn't that sweet? I think there's this bard that's writing our stories. He's taking a few, what we call creative liberties.
Yeah. What actually happened is that they were betrothed, and the lady that was supposed to marry Deho was actually the lady we found in the Changui story, who wanted to go to look for him, but at the time he was already transformed into Apex Changui. So, since we have one of the Yukon, I don't remember the type of Changui that mimics the voices of those who passed, that you know, mimic the voice of the lady. So chances are the lady is with the tigers as well now. So no, they didn't get married and they both died, most likely. However, there came a day when a firm silence fell over the tavern. Perplexing tiger attacks had become rampant in Beombawi Valley, and travelers stopped coming by. Chapter 2, Lurking Tragedy. Desok went missing one fateful day. The family looked for him for days and waited for even more, but he never returned. Then, one night, Deho's father heard Desok's voice outside the tavern. He ran out in glee, only to later be found as a corpse. And I had all the... Have you heard that those that died by a tiger become a Changui? When a tiger eats a person for the first time, the victim becomes a Changui called the Gulgak. A Gulgak will lure out his wife in the middle of the night by licking a kitchen pot, then devouring her alive. Actually, in the quest, it was a little bit different, the story, because the Gulgak finds a household and licks the kitchen pot clean. At that point, the husband of the household gets very hungry and asks the wife to go make him something to eat. When the wife goes to prepare something, the Gulgak is there waiting to eat the wife.
Yeah, so it's not the husband of the wife that's into a Changi and trying to eat her. It's
Yeah, I guess probably here there are like different versions of the same tale.
Yeah, because I really think that someone or something is trying to. It's kind of like telling us the story, but it's not really what happened. It's like
Yeah, but in fact, like it's like an interpretation, one might say. When a tiger eats a person a second time, the victim becomes a Changi called Yol, which climbs to higher ground to seek out and destroys any tiger traps. Then, what happens when a tiger eats a person for the third time? The victim becomes a Changi called Yukon, which will lure out their loved ones by calling their name, then devouring them. It was Desok who'd become a Yukon that had called out to his father. Just like that, Deho lost both his father and brother to tiger attacks. He left Oksun, his fiancée, and Oksun is finally mentioned, behind and went off to avenge his family. Hyanggun tried to convince him otherwise, but his resolve was firm as stone. She begged old lady Birigondok for a charm to protect Deho. The old lady warned that if the entirety of Deho's soul had not yet left the netherworld, no one knows what would become of his body. And contrary to Hyangwon's prayers, Deho never returned.
Oof. He had one job.
Also, like, I guess that in the chapter before, when they say they become family, I guess it was not properly put, but they meant that the two boys and the father became family with the tavern owner. But
like,
for how it was phrased, it was like...
yeah, so like they got married or something?
No, basically she adopted them.
Oh, yeah.
Chapter 3. The Changi and the Snake Meat. A traveler and Dulce arrived in Dalbol, which they find in ruin. Sort of, we saw a battle, but... The bodies of constables were scattered around, and there was wailing from every corner. Tiger attacks had ravaged the village. And this is the first time we arrive in Dalbol. Sangun and the tigers were once guardians of this land, but for reasons unknown, Sangun called for devastation across Donghe. Before more harm could be done, Yonhwa and the traveler defeated him and the Changi. Peace returned to Dalbol village, but a sudden commotion arose somewhere. It was Oksun and her mother, arguing in front of Mr. Björn's butcher shop. They'd become after hearing the snake meat wards off tiger attacks. The traveler then handed them green plums, saying the Changi like sour things. So technically the first tale you should do is the Changi one.
Yeah.
Oksun and her mother said farewell and departed for Nampo. But was it true that eating snake meat could ward off tigers? Many people seemed to believe so, as the prices for snake meat were skyrocketing. Very suspicious.
Very suspicious, yeah.
As twilight descended, Dulce and the traveler looked for a place to spend the night. Not a tavern, because there was no place allegedly, but the Honorable Chue house, the richest house in all Dalbol.
Remember the Land of the Morning Light hospitality? I do.
The stable. Chapter 4. Fear. They settled in for the night when they heard Oksun's voice crying for help. Didn't she leave for Nampo? They broke the junk dog to see Oksun, now a Changi. And in fact now it's confirmed that Oksun...
ate shit and died.
Yeah. Basically, we are not going to see her soon.
Oh my god. It took a while, but... Yeah.
Anyway. When they defeated Oksun and her mother, actually only Oksun, but okay, who'd fallen victims to tigers, the Honorable Chua finally appears. He berated the servant who let them stay the night, and as he was about to turn to the traveler and Dulce, a snake catcher appeared. With no further explanation, the duo were chased out of the house. Actually, it was more like, oh, he's distracted, run!
Yeah, like, that's another thing. It's like, there are some things that are completely different.
Yeah.
Like, what the like, seriously, like, it's not all what happened. I'm really thinking that Dulce, like, gets drunk at the tavern, and then some guy at the tavern tries to...
But because in theory, these tales are written by what Dulce told the guy.
Okay, so it's exactly like that, because
Yeah.
I was like, there's no, because...
It is explained to in the end chapter, basically.
Okay, because I was about to say, like, I don't know what Dulce is seeing, but clearly he's drunk.
Pretty much, yeah. Anyway. They next found a scholar arguing with Dokchun. At the Dalbol marketplace, the scholar had asked him to prepare axes for a petition, but he had not far for fear of being caught by government official. A petition presented with an axe means accept our demand or remove our heads. Yeah, it's quite rebellious, not gonna lie. After hearing the scholar's plight, the traveler and Dulce headed to Biot County in search of the wise Miss Mio. Miss Mio, though in exile, listened to why the scholar Son Ho wanted this petition to happen. The fear of tiger attacks that spread across the sea to Biocchie. He says, only those brave enough, like the striped folk tiger slayers, can take down Sangun. But also because it's their job, so they are qualified technically.
Yeah.
Biocchie had raised several petitions on this matter, but none of them had made it through the office.
That's kind of weird and sus.
Chapter 5. A Scholar's Resolve. After hearing Sanhun's plight, Miss Mio gathered the people of Biot County and prepared the axes. After thanking the traveler and Dulce, Sanho said to visit Gowon Plateau if they wanted to see the petition. On returning to Dalbol, the road to the office was filled with people on their way to prepare offerings for the upcoming ritual at Sky Altar. While watching the people, the whispering of Yibang and painter Sorong reached their ears. They were discussing something suspicious. After eavesdropping, they stole Sorong's facial sketches, but the sketches seemed to be of Sonho's fellow Biocchie comrades. The traveler and Dulce arrive at Gowon Plateau, figure out the truth behind the sketches, only to find Yongam of the East. Oh, gods of heaven and earth, please protect Donge from the terrifying chaos of uphill caused by tiger attacks. Gods above, bear witness as I, Li Doksu, am determined to punish the weak and murderous Sangun. Not very weak, since basically he's decimating you, who has forgotten his duty to Ashi. At the edge of Gowon Plateau, they found Sanho, who was unable to raise the petition yet again. He was frustrated to the brink of tears, but refused to give up. They say that tears of a true heart are stronger than any blade. The heavens will acknowledge it, so don't give up. Dulce consoled Sunho with a solemn heart. Chapter 6. Apex Changui. It's the striped folk, the troop of tigers that hunt their own kind. Did the scholar's cries reach the heavens? Very, very weird that right now it happened. What changed? We're going to find out later. The tiger slayers, Tebek troops, had come down to Donge province, because usually they stay more on the other side of the island, as far as I understood. However, an old hunter, Old Man Mansu, stood in the way of Captain Tesso. They stared at each other down with frightening intensity. It turned out that they were father and son, but the two had grown distant after Tessun lost his mother to a tiger. That's because, despite the tragedy, the old man remained loyal to Sangun. The help of old man Mansu, who's familiar with the terrain, would have been of great help to the tiger slayer in taking down the Changi and Sangun. But the old man refused and dismissed the idea entirely. With no other choice, the traveler and Dolce headed to the Tiger Slayer base to meet with an unhospitable Capitan Tesso. The traveler finds themselves helping repress a Changi attack, and Captain Tesso is badly wounded by a being that was neither human nor Changi. As the soul of the collapsed Tesso wandered the path to the netherworld, the traveler hears about the Apex Changui from Hyanggun, an old lady Birigondok. The Apex Changui was none other than Deho, the boy Hyanggun so desperately wanted to save. He still carried a human heart within. Will the traveler succeed in consoling his wrath? Yes, by beating it out of him. Chapter 7. The Father. The traveler and tiger slayers decided that the mountainside tavern where Deho's memories resided would be fitting to use as a trap. It would break Hyanggun's heart, but they had to stop Deho's soul from scattering into the mountains. Deho had a dear wish before he turned into an Apex Changui. It was to find the liquor that his father so badly wanted to try, called Wild Truffle 100, and this is what they would use to lure Deho. The traveler set out to obtain the liquor and came across none other than Patricio, who was visiting the land of the morning light. He demanded Miss Mio's Mongminsimsio in return for Wild Truffle 100. The traveler obtained both the liquor and some unexpected information. The information was about Shagaru smuggling Sangun's cub. As the reason behind the fury of Sangun, the guardian of these lands became clearer. The Apex Changui was successfully lured to the tavern. Okay, this phrase is like a roller coaster of emotions, but okay.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Like, that's definitely...
Deho realizes that it was a trap and tried to flee, but a violent battle broke out between him and the tiger slayers. The traveler turned the tide of battle and subdued the Apex Changui. All that was left in Deho's wake was Hyanggun's heart-wrenching cries. How were you sure that Deho was gonna return to tavern? Dolce quietly asked the old lady Birigondok, to which she whispered, "These wishes we had left unfulfilled have at long last now come to pass." And this was the ending achieved by Switzy. On the other hand, Chapter 9, a younger sibling. There's also an ending, where Deho leaves this world as a human. This version begins with Deho's younger brother, Desuk. Hyanggun said that Desuk's dream was to join the Pokemon troupe. The traveler went to see Desuk's friend, Namsok, in Biot County, who told them he was guilt-ridden over his friend's death. The two friends had gone from Nampo to Biot County on an errand for the Pokemon troupe. It was a mysterious errand where they were to move a box to the pier while troupe played their instruments, which we witness in the tale of Duoxini, while the princess of the Dokebi went to check for the Kebi bat. Namsok had accidentally lifted the lid to glimpse a tiger cub inside and ran away in terror. Because we've been explained that having a tiger in your family is not going to bring you good luck. And in fact, we also learned that actually is not good luck calling your child Deho because it means big tiger. Not long after, Desuk was killed in a tiger attack. The reason behind Sangun's fury... was becoming clear. The Apex Changui only appeared at the sound of chasers, and that may have been because the sound reminded him of his brother Desok. Old Lady Birigondok connected Sangun's pain of losing this cub to Deho's pain of losing his brother and prepared a tiger mask ritual. The Apex Changui appeared at the sound of the Quegweri, and the traveler could barely hold out until the ritual reached its peak. Then, Namsok appeared wearing Desok's mask. As if reminded of his brother, the Apex Changui killed his rage, entered the ritual, and chose to move on the next life himself. Desok and Deho no longer need to worry about tiger attacks. And this is the ending I achieved. And this was the tale of the Changui. And next time we are going to do the tale of Sangun, which is like tomorrow. And then we're going to unlock the last two tales. Can you read the tales name in Greek?
Sangun Chon. Wait, that's Sangun. What the hell is that? Triangle? I never seen that triangle. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Jump now. I don't know. The font is very weird. Like
yeah, because of course it's like a specific font made like it's like paint brushes, right?
Yeah.
And I guess in Korean the last two mean something like you have to unlock it, bro.
Probably.
Okay.
Alright, well, thank you everyone for joining us and watching us this wonderful season. I'll see you all tomorrow when we continue the story of Sangun. Ta-ta!
Bye!